Hi everyone. We spent a little bit of time just trying to set the right background, but I think we worked it out. Yeah, we wanted to have a quick discussion, quick message for the community to share what we feel it's coming in the upcoming future for twin flames and also for anyone who is in this spiritual journey. Because as we experience, more and more people are crossing over, and it's very exciting time to be. And we are sensing a lot of changes in the future, and that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about, what we can really expect as you progress, as you decide to get out of this old belief system and old paradigm regarding twin flames, and we'll see where it goes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back here, and happy holidays. And yeah, we're sensing the energies that it's coming. There's going to be a lot of positive. The way we're sensing it, it's going to be some positive energy since the people, as Paulina said, crossing over. But what is a crossing over is, though, a lot of you is going to find it out. Those are the limitations you need to cross over. But for the people who are in connections, people who are working together, people who are doing the things together, this is going to be some very precious times are coming because we feel that there is going to be a shift. Shift within the collective consciousness that is going to come and out, and we both felt it like this collective energy is going to be helping out, and kind of like the collective energy is like guys go out and make some video about this. This is what we are going to be kind of like giving you courage and a strength within the journey. You're going to see that the journey is not that bad. Actually, the journey is very beautiful and perfect as long as you're not resisting. Particularly the people who are resisting, there will be some very good help in a way. For the people who have a doubt, there's going to be a help. It's coming. For the people who have challenges, emotional or psychological or even spiritual, there's going to be the collective energies. They're going to come out, and all of a sudden, the basic collective is going to be pushing it, kind of like pushing you forward. Of course, when you are asked to make these transitions, you are going to be pushed. You're going to feel it, the squeeze, all that. But when you cross, you're going to be free. You're just going to be have room to expand. You're going to feel the peace, powerful, this new ascension energies that you are built for, as a twin flame, as a soul connections, or as a divine partner, however your title you describe from it to you, but the energies they are going to be available. And as the collective energies we're talking about, even today with Paulina, we were discussing great things. Great things. Not just good, great. So,
Yeah, maybe just to remind everyone that those energies are not like are coming and they will be appearing, that they are accessible to you at all times. It's just when we are talking about collective shifts and this waking up and this collective consciousness and awareness that it's growing, this is a long process, but it's just maybe the pace or this density or intensity of this happening right now. I think this is the most exciting part, but because this is a process that it's ongoing, but just seeing so many people choosing to stop resisting the energies, like you were talking about resistance, but the way I see it, like, are you ready to cooperate with those energies that are accessible for you at all times? And the only way really to start working with them and having this shift in the mindset that those things are really happening for your highest good, as long as you choose to cooperate with them. Don't try to pinpoint what is wrong with those kind of events that are happening in your life, and just shift the perspective in terms of, okay, what can I do in this situation? How I can make it work for me? That's this collective shift that we are talking about. This choosing not to there's so many discussions about being you're the chosen one, especially like if you look on those YouTube videos of what are the chosen ones. Really, I believe like you can choose to work with this new wave of energies as you are becoming more and more attuned and sensitive to them, and you are the one that is choosing. That's how I like to see that. And it's very interesting, even touching on this our our space in terms of twin flame community, but I think I will leave that for the next point.
Mhm.
If you want to add something to this. No.
To remind you that trust, surrender, and let go. Okay. I mean, I've been talking so much, even in the main channel that I have for years and years after over a decade debunking the twin flame and figuring the things out. This is why we're making those videos to help you out here. Some of you is going to be asking, well, Dio, can you tell me if I'm going to be in union? You need to understand that the union first is a personal level with yourself. I stated that a long time ago that before being in a union with someone, you gotta be in union with you, a union with the energies, and following what the energies is telling you. In a way that maybe for those of you who are single, you know, when you trust the energies knows who's gonna be the best for you. We stated that a long time ago. We're sharing our journey. We're sharing it even right now with you. What it we feeling that it's coming up, because those energies they are gonna be asking you to operate on a total different ways. You're operating from inner peace. You're now operating from the codependency. I need my twin. I have to be. I must be. You operate from here I am. I am what I am. It is what it is. And I am one with the universe. And then the energy is going to be kicking towards you. You see, this is going to be this energies that's going to be available. You tap into those energies, which is they already are here. You tapping in, it's your responsibility. Okay. But when you focus within your twin flame, when you focus within them, you are not focused on those available energies. Okay? But if you are with your divine connections, if you are with your twin flame, if you're bold tapping into this, you're going to be taking off, flying within the energies. We're not talking about just progressing. You're going to be like a fast speed. Because imagine that that energy that it's going to come in to that little hole. As soon as you come out of the other side of the rabbit hole, you're just going to be like, phoom. Okay, because there is the pressures in there. A lot of people is going to be coming in. It's going to be this energy for a lot of the twin flames that are going to comes in there, and it's going to be that coming out. Until that gap in there, it's going to be widened because more and more people is going to be talking about this. More and more twin flames is going to comes out. It's like, yeah, I crossed. I'm free. I'm not anymore like that. And that sharing right there, okay, it's going to open up. So more and more people is going to be until that, instead of being struggling right there to those points, it's going to become like a one giant conduit pipe that everyone is going to be just pulling up. Okay. And we're talking about ascension that is going to come. So this year and next year, this is going to be some great energies, guys. This is why we came sharing the news.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone as we enter the new, sometimes those new things that will be emerging because you're shifting your consciousness and you're opening up to new opportunities, but you still have this old either programming or just your own understanding of yourself or what you need from the relationship, what you need from people, what you need to do in general, just to be a little bit more patient in terms of those things that are coming. They not necessarily have to come as you think you need or you want, but just to give it a little bit of time, just to be patient with anything new that is presented to you, that it's indicating some kind of a shift in your or breaking some cycles, breaking some patterns. Once you overcome your limits and once you heal something and there is something new coming to your life, just put a little bit of trust that it's gonna be good for you. And even we may have some fears, right? Like, because we don't want anything from the past, hurt or disappointments to happen to us, but you need to take this courage. And it works this way. This The more you trust in this journey, the more trust from the energies you will be experiencing. But there will be, your step will be the first. It's not like you're gonna be handed something that is completely bright and you exactly know what it's in front of you. It's, you have to decide to step into that, knowing that there are risks, there are pains, there is hurt in this world, but also there is something very good that can come from it. But you need to be courageous and maybe trust in your abilities that you can work and cooperate with whatever will be coming or whoever will be coming to your life within those new energies. So a little bit of patience, a little bit of trust, and maybe this humility, the way I see it, just allow the universe to show you the right path, because we are just taught so much just to create our dreams and create our own realities. And this is a beautiful part, but just remember, this is a co-creation. So the least resistance, or maybe the easiest path towards creation, it's when it's according to this general path that your soul has experienced. So that's just a little reminder for
As a Paulina talked, there's so much information so we are processing together. Don't be a runner. You see, the runner find comfort zone in the past and looking at in the past traumas, and those new energies they're gonna bring you, and they're gonna ask you to act from experience. If you did your inner work, you're not gonna be, but you're gonna be afraid of this new energies. Similarity as the people who got awakened in the twin flame, they run out from the twin flame, or they're running towards the twin flame, but they're running from themselves. So the runner stage here is going to be asking you to kind of like overcome all this. Because as Paulina said, in the past you have a traumas and the traumas. What do you do with them? Because those new energy is going to be coming and it's going to ask you, let it go of that luggage. They're going to help you out. As soon as you step in within the new energies, the new knowledge, the new refreshments energies, those advanced energies that it's going to come in, they're going to be able to fix your thought process. And your thought process is going to be fixing the unprocessed energies, which is in the psychological process, is unprocessed emotional situations, including emotional traumas. And you're going to be able to see that these advanced energies there, they're going to be able to fix things. Oh, this is what happened. Oh, I realize this is what it is. I realize that you're going to process those energies in the form of processing the unprocessed emotion. So your emotional availability within yourself and that healing process is going to come out. But if you're holding it and you cannot touch it the new ones, they're not going to work for you. You're just going to be wondering why everyone is looking out there for all those techniques and healings and energies and so. And you're like, I wasn't there, I was like, but you're not tapping into it. Okay, you're not hooked up. You're like a computer that it's not hooked up to the internet, and you're just holding to what you know, what you have, and what's going to happen when you're plugged in, right? And that's what the energies is going to be. That's what they ask from you. But it's going to be very beautiful for the people who are working together. Okay, but also don't forget about it that the personal journey is the higher strength and power when you do things on your own. Even if you're with your twin flame, even with your divine energies, giving you example with us. She's doing her stuff, I'm doing my thing, but we are going faster. Okay, we're understanding this process, and this is what we came out so you guys can see it. you can see the energies. They are going to be peaceful, quiet, and advanced. You're going to feel, what was the word? Ascended to, well, mature. Okay. And we were talking about, and Pauline asked me this morning one question. Babe, why do other people feel me, but I'm not available to feel them? Well, when you're that high, you cannot operate from the old ways. And we talk about this. It's like they feel your ascended energies, but they cannot pinpoint what it is because they haven't tapped it in there. They feel this high level of vibrations of the inner peace. Go look at the hearts of where the things are in a higher level. You will understand the love, understanding, and peace is right here. So the peace, the understanding, and the peace, they're coming from higher state of love. And this is what we are talking about right here. These things are coming, guys. You should be excited. You should be pumped up, fired up, super excited about this because things are going to be available. Okay? There is no, like as a Paulina said, chosen one. You choose. It's your choices. You can choose to tap in, or you can choose to stay in the bench. Same thing like in a sports team. You can be into the game and be a player, or you can choose to stay. Or you can even choose to quit. That's all your business in there. But we are coming to tell you the environment is going to be here. Now, what are you going to do with this environment is entirely up to you.
Yeah, but that's also the good reminder, you know, that those highest energies, they feel very peaceful. And that's your good guideline in this journey, that if you're not secure about the next step or what's right for you, you can always wait out some doubts, or if you're not sure about the next step, you really don't have to act right away. Like there is those right things will be emerging one by one. Sometimes the patience is needed, but that's you're gonna be learning this proper timing. Like when is the proper time to act in one certain area, and other areas may feel stagnant, but it doesn't mean that you have to push into them right away just because you put something in your mind or you always believe that that's your path. Sometimes it's really like allowing this environment and world just come to you and present to you where is really your next step. And that's gonna be really feeling peaceful, because so many times that we were discussing what's our next thing that we have to do, and we are going through this process of trying to pinpoint this one, that one, they're always, until there are some doubts or until something really feels like proper and right, we just never act. We know that there is no rush in this journey, and it's way better and it's more fun when you just decide to cooperate with the right timing, because it's really beautiful when you can see like there is no resistance, just flow, and those things are coming one by one to you, and it's easy. That's I always remind Gio, like those things should be easy. They shouldn't feel like drag. They shouldn't feel like you have to push your agenda, because otherwise it won't come to you. I believe the more, if you develop this kind of intuition, it's going to be way easier. And I understand it requires some sort of flexibility, because some of those things will not go your way. And you have to be okay with that, because otherwise you will be creating this resistance that we were saying. And yes, you can again try to push your things, or you decide to see where the flow wants to take you and be a part of this process. Like you are experiencing it because you are open. You see that anything comes to you is proper, and you choose to work with that and just go with that. You don't step away. You're not afraid that, oh, maybe it's gonna be not enough for me or not good for me, or for whatever reason. There's always some sort of new experience that comes to you that you can benefit from. So if anything, I really encourage everyone to stay curious and don't say no to anything that is presented to you unless there is something that you really know that it's kind of harmful to you in some sort. But most of the time when we are talking about those new energies, they are trying to teach you something, even if it's gonna be just a lesson, just to help you with this expansion of the awareness, just to gather new experiences, because maybe you were just too close up for some time.
Great points. Okay. You're going to be facing, as Paulina said right there, the push. You know, one of the things you're trying to push things, you're trying to get them energies, you're trying to get into like an old way. You haven't fully let it go of the control. That is a one push that you should be learning not to kind of like to be like a red flags within yourself. But also at the same time, you're going to be knowing when at the right time comes in there you to push in into the new energies. Okay, because you still want to be in the control of the new energies. Okay, so you're going to find out yourself in this environment that you will understanding that you need to let it go of the control because of that push. When Apollina was talking to you, it's because you want to be under control. But then there is another push that you should not be under control. Okay, and this is the power of you're going to see it. If you're a couple, you want to be seeing it both you together because you communicate, you talk, you're feeling the energies, you're understanding the energies. And then the one talks, the other understands, the one breaks one pattern, that pattern is going to be breaking another pattern, and then the relationships expands and expands and expands. And it's getting better and easier. The energies comes in, expand more, breathe more. This is going to feel like, for imagine that you discovering an island that it's never, nobody's been stepped into. And now you have this, you're learning your island, you're learning that expansions, you're learning where you are. And the more you discover that you haven't been discovered. But that is going to be with peace. Okay? So I'm going to have this old way of you control things, but it's going to be at, as Paulina said, divine timing. You see, now is a divine timing to cross this. And all the people was looking at for those energies, when it's going to come in, what is going to happen, and all this. Okay, I even said in the astrology report, it's a year 2025, 9, completion. But we're not going to talk about only from numerology standpoint here. We're talking to you from experience that we're experiencing those energies, and they're going to be available to everybody. That availability for everybody is going to come out. And is your chance, is your way. You can choose, and that's right here is important to get this message. Okay, because we know how beautiful is another side of the peace. It doesn't have that stagnancy, doesn't have that higher energies like everyone is looking at. Those energies are of love. Right now, the understanding in the peace, that is the love right there. And that's what you're leading. That's what is going to be available to you. All you have to do is tap it in. Tap into that. Be that. You are that. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to share maybe a little bit more encouragement, even when we are talking about those new experiences they may attract, meaning also in some new connections. Also to see that from this perspective of constant growth and some of the healing that you may need to experience, because as you go along the journey, like if especially when we are talking about those twin flame connections, when they are so intense, they may cause you some trauma, and they may, like, we are not choosing necessarily our 3D expressions of our twin flames, so their actions towards you, if you're not prepared for them for whatever reason, because that's also the case, that emotionally we are never prepared fully for this twin flame experience, it can cause us a lot of pain that has to be healed. And it's your responsibility to heal. And we always say that. But at the same time, you need to be mindful that some of those things, from the psychological perspective, we have to have a chance to heal with another person. And it doesn't mean that you have to chase after your twin flame and just tell to them how nasty they are. It's more, give yourself the time to process those emotions and be available if there is someone who will be able to help you to properly transmute this trauma and just learn from it, because it's anything that happens to you in this journey, it's supposed to help you understand something about yourself. And as much as I'm uncomfortable, sometimes we still
Excuse me.
you can benefit from properly transmuting those energies, because we don't understand everything about this process here on earth. But if some certain experience come to you because you chose that as a soul, it's not up to you to reject this part or that one because, oh, it's too comfortable, I want to forget about it. And at the same point, just don't try to judge those. Whatever was in the past, it's like you cannot take it back, right? Like it happened to you, and your only way to properly move forward with those new energies and understanding, it's really allow yourself to grieve whatever is there to grieve, but also allow yourself to properly heal. And sometimes it will be requiring the presence of another person on and creating this very deep connection, like this intimate connection that as a twin flame it happens like almost instantaneously, and you don't have to put a finger on that. But what the journey is asking you to be able to repeat this experience and be able to create this kind of depth with another person, but with your full understanding and awareness, knowing that there are always risks, there is always pain associated with deep connections, but it's kind of asking you to be vulnerable again and make yourself vulnerable towards other person. So with this new understanding, I think that's how those new relationships will be forming from now on. Once you're on a journey and you've experienced pain, that's congratulations, you entered this phase of the experience. But I really want people to understand it doesn't have to be your end point in this journey. This is just stage that we all have to go through because that's your evolutionary process. But there are tools that you can use to bring you to the next steps, and there are way more steps that we even can imagine right now. So just allowing yourself to not to be stuck in this painful phase, because from the soul perspective there is no good or bad, it's just okay, you have to also experience this kind of a spectrum within the connection. But if you transmute it and move forward, there is way more after that. That's something to remind as well, as you really open your heart for other people too. Don't allow this single experience or two experiences in the past kind of shut you down, and just be very patient with yourself and give yourself those chances.
See, when she was talking about there, and the energies was talking at the same time. A lot of the people want their things to go a new way without they can be a new person, new situations, new things. Particularly, we're talking about here is this with should I go with somebody else or I can stay with my twin? And the connections. You need to understand that the person who you're seeking there is you, your new you. It has been said for a very long time in the spiritual community that you're going to be changed, then the people have to learn again who you are. See, your old acquaintances, friends, even the families, they will not recognize you in there. Okay? They will not even, some of you is not even going to be resonated with you anymore. And that is one of the signs that you're going up, as long as you're processing everything in the psychological, emotional, and energetic level, and you are in peace of what is, because it is what it is. And as we talking about, as this process is the new you, is what you're seeking for, because that new you is going to bring things. If you're twin flame, they decide to become the new them as you doing your new you, and you two meet in there. Great, not a problem. But is that going to be the case for everybody? That won't be, because some other people on the, out there, you only have this ignition Particularly, I'm talking about the cases that the one of the twin flames just goes and moves up and go and helps people and get ups in there. The other doesn't do anything, absolutely anything. It's only connect for like once in a while and how are you, how is everything, that's it. There isn't. It's already the gap is way wide, but there is right here another person who is gonna be waiting for you there. Okay, but you gotta trust the universe on those. All right, but if you are both together, you are gonna be finding that you are going up twice as fast, and this is what the process comes with this. We need to go with what it is. Don't repaint it something. A lot of the people, because of the codependency or because of the programming in there, or particularly about some of the informations out there, so for the twin flames in there, created and based out of programming from others, and copy it and recopy it and repaint it, copy it and copy it and repaint it for the past few years in there. You already are programmed as like the only one. The only one is you. You choose you first. You to be on that readiness. You to be on the front of that door. You to be crossing over to that door. And then whoever is going to become with you, they're going to come. It's going to happen. Natural process of evolution. Not you are controlling, not it is. We are learning this process beautifully. Okay, particularly of letting it go of the control within the energy, within everything. But the every time, whatever it happens, we are ending with like, "Hey, I love you, baby. This is good. We learn it, like, and we keep on going and going and going." Okay, so this is a those messages. We would love to hear from you. If you have any questions, any concerns, or you need anything, someone to talk to, we're available. Okay, I mean we're gonna be in the next not account, we're gonna be going around, but guys, it is a good message. It's a good news. Are you gonna be the good news? Because once you're becoming the good news, you're gonna be sharing the good news, and that is a part of the journey to understand to yourself. So that's all I got. You got anything else?
We have Christine coming to the chat. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Kristen.
I'm glad it resonates. No, like maybe a reminder just to let go of this control, and I really mean it, because those things, they're not gonna be going according to your timeline that you chose, or they're not gonna have the same color as you imagine, or the same size, or the same looks. But if you can find this rational, that there is a reason that something comes to you in life and asks you to be more flexible, just use the resources that are coming to you. And we are having so many discussions here as well on a daily basis. We were having our vision for things to go a certain way, but something completely different started to manifest. And that was our choice to decide to go with the flow. And it feels right. It feels easy. It feels like the universe is really wants to cooperate with you. That yes, it may not be like 100% as you imagine, but it's 80%. Can you accept that there is no perfections here? And can you just move forward instead of waiting for your 100%? Can you move forward with this 80 and just trust that it's going to be more things coming your way? And it's going to be happening sooner, because, you know, we are here in this 3D reality. We are talking about the time and timeline. And if you cannot get from this mindset of passiveness, because there is so much of these discussions that anyone should kind of wait for anyone in this journey, I would say don't wait for anyone. It's up to you to choose to continue your journey, and just don't look to other people. We all have individual journeys, and for some people, even if it worked for them, there is no guarantee that it will work for you as well. So you are you need to allow yourself to experience as much as you can experience here with the cooperation with the universe, because it's really as much as you can handle the shifts in your life, the new experiences, the new people, new connection, anything of that. There is no limit. It's just only you who is choosing how much of these things you want to experience really here, or you prefer to stick to your own agenda and be in this wishful thinking and be, I don't like this word, but kind of like a victim of or prisoner of this old paradigm that someone is supposed to wait for someone else to awaken, sorry, because that's also the run narrative that it's around. And the choice is yours. So we're saying, of course, it always comes with a price. It comes for the price to process things that are not working, things that they were painful, things that they're ending. Sometimes they're ending even without a closure. All of those aspects, like this, it's for your own good to take you out of this and move forward, and just look forward to something new. Hello, butterfly. To see you.
My butterfly. All right. Just no. That's how it goes. Stop copy and paste. A little bit more masculine perspective here. Maybe I can kick a little bit in a higher gear up here. A little bit, stepping up in your toes. Stop copy and paste of other people's journey, and you copying their energies, and you think that that is applies to you. That is a one of the pitfall. You A lot of the people keep falling in there. I've been talking to a lot of you as a personal, and I can see similarities in there, but it's all individual. You all have an individual something in there that you have to do on your own. Yeah, there is some similarity. There is a trend. All the roads are leading to the light. They all becomes from the same point and going to the same point. But stop copy and paste. One thing that I seen that even with people who copy and paste information out there and postings over, and this what is it what called? Digital creators who took information from here there, they put it together, they slapped it in. Okay, there is no person in the video. There is this generated voice in there. And here is, I'm the teacher of the twin flames. You don't even know the person's energies behind it. You don't even see that. They really experiencing what they're putting out there? You see, that's what I'm talking about up
It's kind
here.
of teaching you discernment too.
Yeah.
I don't see it's necessarily.
Because of you need to understand the bad side of the copy and paste. I want you to take some documents and make a copy. Then you take the copy, put it in the copy machine, and copy it again. Then take that copy and put it in the copy machine and put it again. You know what you're going to end up in there at the end? Either one gray or one a black sheet that is got. You cannot even see what was the original copy from that document. And this is what I'm trying to tell you in there. For you're looking at for other people's journeys, you're looking at for the other things, but you're forgetting your own journey. You're forgetting to step into your own destiny. You're forgetting to step up in your own energy because you're looking to somewhere else. Because you don't want to do the work. You want to copy the work. And that's how your mind operates. That's how you've been trained for years and years. Here is the notebook. Here is the study book. Fill that up. You were coached down at school. When was the last time you were taught to be individual? In your individual basis, you to train and develop yourself. Now the journey as a twin flame and Zen spirituality is teaching you that. Now right here, it is your one of the best power that you have. This is why I'm asking you to just don't copy and paste. Seek from within, deeply from within. Because those new energies that it's coming to, they're going to be asking you that personality. Because they're personally attached with you. They know You have the ability and capability. That's what they come to you. That's what all this journey is about. That's what you are born into this transitions time of this hectic time right now, this debacle times and so forth, right?
Mm.
But if you're a copy of the copy of the copy of the copy, and you copy and you apply it like it's your own reality, where is your real reality within you? Where is it that it is what it is? It's different. And then you're suffering, then you're in pain, then you're in troubles. And then the worst thing that you do is, as most of you already continue doing it, blaming your twin flame. Don't copy. Seek the individuality in there. And that individuality is going to be bringing you and developing the personality in there. So,
Yes, don't even copy Gio and Paulina. Hi,
mm,
Inspire Renegade. That's a good
that's a
point.
good point right here.
I wanted actually to say, because when you were saying like this, we are all original blueprints here. Was coming too strong. It's like our journey, of course, it's not gonna be 100% the same as you will be experiencing, and just maybe allowing yourself to this journey to show itself to you. Don't try to copy paste just because it may not work for you, but also don't take this maybe opportunity for yourself to really discover where the journey wants to take you, like how many twists and turns you're supposed to have, how many different connections you're supposed to have, how many different countries to live in you're supposed to have, all of those things. Like if you try to copy some certain life path because you think it would be good for you, you're kind of putting yourself into the box, and universe would deliver way more if you wouldn't be involved in this, if you wouldn't put the limits on yourself. So if anything, like I just wanted to remind everyone that each set of I don't even want to say like set of twin flames, each individual has their own personal life path. And especially you will see that in the soul connections, that you will see just repeating cycles, the repeating patterns from connection to connection to connection. Why? It's because your soul chose to be involved in those kinds of dynamics with another person. But don't put the lock on a certain individual. We can have many people who can help you to replay the scenario that you choose as soul coming here, because it's coming up more and more toward this way. It's just you as a soul here on earth, you have certain path, general path, that it's this least resistance, and that's this general flow. And there will be individuals joining you at a certain point of time, but you're not the one to choose those partners. Like who's supposed to go? The right person will always be ready to move with you. If they are not ready, well, your path still is going on. You don't have to stop at certain place. You still go with the stream, and they will be coming along the way. And this you can be sure, like that's this inner knowing that, oh, I feel like my twin flame will be coming back. Yes, it will be coming back, but you don't know in which expression. You don't know what kind of how to say, like which body it will be coming with. So it's a little bit counterintuitive when we are dealing with this 3D reality, but that's how it is. Like if you put the blocks on it, this 5D, 6D, whatever D energies, they cannot come to Earth because you put the lock. So just be mindful about it. That's how this openness will be helping you to create. First, put those things into your reality, into your understanding and awareness, and then they can start manifesting once you have this potential scenario even in your head. So that's why I believe it's important to share those stories. The more stories we hear from people that are different and they are not following the same pattern, the better, because that's how we share, that's how we learn, and we see, oh, there are just so many different ways this journey can take us. So
Yeah, thank you, Inspire Renegade, and hi, JC. Um, need to love one's own story. See one own story. Other stories won't make sense in your experience. You need to be understanding that as a twin flame, you're operating with two energies. And by the way, JC views, thank you. You trigger something that need to be straightened out in here. See, you have to look at your own stories. Okay, but you have to see as somebody who's done something as an example. Okay, you see somebody who's been to the path and done it in there. You just have to know that it's possible. You have to be. You can't. You see in their experience. Okay, but what I'm talking about right here, and what hopefully you are going to get it with this, don't repaint the journey. Okay, so we're talking about, let's say, for example, we're all gonna be talking into this beach, and we're gonna make some pictures of the beach. Okay, they're gonna be looking very similar because we went to the same beach, right? And you're seeing it, the birds, you see the outskirts, you see the water, you see the boats and everything there, right? But it's not going to be exact the same. And that's what I'm hoping the people to understanding there. Don't repainting what it is. You are who you are. And the more truthful, the more vulnerable, and the more open you are, the more you get out of the box in there, the more better it gets in you aligning yourself with what it is. But don't repaint for what it is. And don't stay in a box because you're afraid of what it is. Here is the power of the twin flames and there that you get it. But you need to have an example in there. Okay? But that doesn't mean that that example for you is going to be working 100% for you. We're talking about the example that somebody did the work, their inner work. Their inner work is going to be different to yours. It may have a lot of similarities.
You can always adjust. I think
yes,
it's so precious, right? To see
the reality is adjusting you. That is the dial for your journey there. Okay, but if you're copying and copying and copying, get that black paint, and then you get the paints and you put in and start painting, you still don't get the original. Okay, the original is you. You put that original document there to make a copy. You went from your own originality and there. What you need to understand is you. And that's how the experience of others help you to understand your own self. And there. That what you can get. That personal experience in there. Okay? Because somebody did something. You may see in it something from within you, but the reality is going to tell you it's similar, but you need to tweak it here to the reality. That person may have told you this, you need to tweak it a little bit. That is for your own reality. And then there is what it is. It says like, here is. It is what it is.
No, but there is a little, like not a little bit, there's a lot of expansion that happens to you once you accept your own reality. Because we just have those tendencies not to accept something fully because it's not comfortable, or we wish it was different, and we kind of cling into this hope to the very, very last moment, or even too long. But once you accept really what you have right now, and there is no other way, that's whatever is presented with for you in 3D, that's what you have to work with. Don't hope for better, don't hope for the future, don't assume that things may change. You have to act according to, okay, right now, does it work or not? Right now, are you on your own and you really have to embrace this part of, let's say, solo experience? Are you ready to do that? Or are you going to be still having some hopes for the future that maybe something will change, maybe something will come back to your life? Because that's, I don't want to be one-sided, but I see the trends. What mostly people are just putting themselves on hold because they prefer to still kind of cling into the hope instead of seeing the reality. No, the journey wants to take you somewhere else. They don't want you to be like, according to this ideal scenario that you created in your mind. You're supposed to experience way more than that. You're more complex. You can handle way more energies and experiences here. So you see, sometimes things may feel stagnant because you want to put yourself into this box and just follow this very narrow path, but it doesn't lead to this huge expansion that you can have here. So that's why Sometimes people are getting angry about it because some connections are not working for them. But try to see, just try to add some trust in there. See, accept this reality that feels something feels stagnant. That means just don't go there for a while, for a bit. Put it on hold. Put it, but in a way that you really move with your life with some other direction and give yourself a chance to maybe start experiencing this shift as you shift in your focus on your attention, let's say on a certain person. Try to see what happens if you try to focus your attention somewhere completely different. I don't mean that some other person, just different direction in your life, to see that maybe life wants to take you somewhere else meanwhile when they are adjusting different things. Because once you start experiencing this redirection once, twice, you're becoming more sensitive. You know how it feels. You know when things feel stagnant, and you know also when things begin to flow. So it's kind of like a skill that you will be developing once you, but you have to decide to do it once, and then you kind of practice it over time.
That skill is going to become a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be practicing this, you're going to be practice it, and 10, it's going to become a lifestyle, and 10, your life is going to be not just beautiful, your life is going to be better than you imagine. But what Paulina was saying in there, put your life on hold. I'm going to kind of like, go back a little bit on that. Someday, I want you to tell me what is that someday is. Give me the date, the time of that someday. You can't. And I know you can't because you're missing the power of the today, of now. You see, when you get into the power of now energies, those energies of power of now, they're going to be developing you. And right here in the moments, those precious moments right here, you're going to have to make the choice here. So don't put this someday, because in the end of your life, you're going to be saying it someday. I was expecting it, I was this, I was that, but that was the someday, right? You need to take that kind of like put it into the trash, that kind of like a someday. Someday is today. And when you're understanding of things inside of you, you're gonna know that the things that doesn't work out, it's not the right divine time. Okay, the universe doesn't say no; it's only said not now. Look at it what I'm trying to do it, because if you're doing this, what you're trying so for to focus, and I'm saying no, not now, because you're not fully resonating there. That's what doesn't manifest. Because if you are ready, all things are manifesting just in a flip of a finger. Okay? And that's how you're going to learn to cooperate within the new energies when it comes in. Because new you is going to developing those patterns in there within yourself. They're going to become the lifestyle. And then you changed, you the new. You are in the new, and everyone is going to be looking at you like, how did you do it? What did you do it? You become an example again. But as this is your experience, this is your those things. And when the things start making a sense within you, thank you, Inspire Renegade. This sense you're going to be sensing with your sensitivities within the soul. Because right now you're going to be aware of the consequences of your evolution and actions. Aware of, awaken. I'm not going to be this copy and paste personality. You go and you study in there, and it's like I already know it. You haven't experienced it. I think you know it. Just because you read it, that doesn't mean that you know it. But when you practice it, now you know it. And practice you. Practice you. That's all.
Mm. Yeah. I also wanted to say to everyone, If you're trying to figure out your next steps in the journey, just work towards really manifesting the proper, or maybe embodying the right vibrations that you want to have in your life. Like that's, it's not only within twin flame, it's a general spirituality, right? That we want to bring ourselves to the right level. As Theo said, like sometimes when things are not coming to you, it's because you're not ready. You wouldn't resonate with them. You wouldn't know how to properly operate with them. So obviously the universe wants to create the least amount of waste in this universe here. They don't want to put something that's obviously it's not gonna work. Like you tried it once, you were not on the right level, it failed. So it ended up in disaster. But then you can put yourself into the prepare yourself for the next try. There is no such thing like you try once and you will never ever have a chance again in this universe. It's just it takes time to adjust because you will be upgrading your system, also increasing the awareness, increasing the vibration. So as a reward for the work, you can always expect some award, some pay. And pay we mean not monetary sense, just more resources, more connections, more people coming to your life to bring you even higher. So don't get angry when the universe asks you to go solo. Use this time and see it, oh, that means that I really have to work on myself, but not in the wrong sense, in the sense that I want to increase my vibration. I want to clarify and clear my field. I want to feel what is it like to be me? What is my true essence and what I want to bring into the relationship, but not by being someone, not by putting a face mask and playing some role. No, you get to know yourself and then you can enter the relationship, but with this freedom. Like you don't have to pretend anyone anymore, but it's just because you exactly know who you are and you know your healthy limits, you know yourself, you know your weak points, your strong points, and it makes those things way easier for both sides because you know how to communicate first with yourself, but then you put it externally as well.
You become authentic.
Mm-hmm. And I agree, solo part of the journey is so beautiful because you start to realize how much of this conditioning was with you, how much fears you had. You were afraid to go on a solo journey or do anything, like go on some social event on your own, and you prove yourself day by day. And it creates the world. Like it's just changes your perspective regarding the life. You don't become like a victim anymore. You become like a proper citizen, that you can go and you can enjoy. And it's not conditioned by having someone next to you or not. And that's this kind of true power that really helps you to shift the whole narrative here. And that's where this true twin flame journey really comes into play.
One thing, kind of like I'm gonna be talking about here. It's important when you do this solo work there, but the journey is gonna be asking you. You're practicing, you're evolving that solo work so you can work with other. You're gonna be practicing with other. That's how you're gonna be mastering. Okay, because it's more easy to do a work when it's nobody's there, right? It was more easier when you don't have another consciousness, another energy attaching with you and the soul. When you go to the soul relationships, then you have another energy. How you doing it now with this, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Here is I want to give you a kind of like this experience up here. When you go into this process, first of all, you're gonna be feeling like spiritually exhausted. Let me tell you what you're spiritually exhausting. You're exhausting from you being control of the spirituality evolutions of you. Okay, that's gonna be the coming first. The second thing that is gonna come in towards you when you evolve within the new energies, that is gonna be that inner peace that is coming. You're in a peace with everything that goes on. You're not fighting it anymore. You are not. You basically are in state, natural state of peace. And then all those energies in there, you're going to find that a lot of the people it's not going to resonate. Those are your green flags that you did the right job. Then you're gonna find that new tribe as you're advancing in there within the piece. Okay, because you see it on the 3 level, on 3D level. You know where it came from. You went through the twin flame evolutions in there. You went through everything, and now all this is not anymore because you outgrow it. Okay, and this is going to be a path inside of it. It's going to be creating from the inner peace, going on in there within the evolution. We are going to see those new energies that are going to be creating these ascensions for you. So, Jay-Z, I stopped doing so much because in the doing I was able to lose myself in the beginning. I saw myself and it was okay. In being, I saw myself and it was uncomfortable. Living in the now takes focus. Thank you, dear Paulina, truly for sharing. You're welcome. We are happy to providing things for you, and, acting as a guide or however you want to be putting the title in you for us. That is your title. We're not putting any uh, titles in here like a coach's guides but we know we have things that we need to do. And this is how we do it. As you see it, the way we are talking to you, and there it's not like we're asking you to copy anything from us. We are asking you to look deep inside of you to find yourself the way we did find ourselves. And how the journey is beautiful because the journey and the peace put us together. Okay, is that going to be working for you? Not guaranteed. But it's also, is that maybe going to work for you? Maybe. Okay, nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know, right? The universe knows.
That's a part of the surprise, and
Yes.
I think that's allow yourself to be surprised as you do the work, and it's you're not gonna be thinking about rewards, like they just come naturally.
Yes, they're gonna come in naturally. We learn that path of the naturality. It's very beautiful because you're not push, you're not push, you're not rush. Things comes naturally, and they're truthful, they're authentic. You see, when you become authentic from within yourself, the authentic things come in your way. And then you become authentic with the universe. Now, how is your life will be with that?
No, it's very freeing. Right? Like, yeah, good thing, JG's, thanks for the comment. It's like as you practice like being in the now and being more present, it becomes your habit. Like that's gonna become your natural state. That you're not gonna be that much influenced by your emotions or your mental state. Of course, I will be staying with you. Like sometimes you may need to shut it down, but it's the presence and just full awareness will be becoming more natural to you with regards to communicating with others, just building relationships, and you're gonna be catching yourself, and that's gonna really become this full presence. It's such a gift because you're not gonna be thinking of the future or past. You're not gonna be kind of escaping there because you know that the whole job is done in the present, and there is no purpose in going to the past or future too much. Like of course sometimes we have to, but majority of your time you'll be spending here, and you'll be aware of your actions in the moment or before even you do them, so you don't make like stupid mistakes, you don't hurt people unintentionally, you just really become very very focused on how your actions are influencing others. So that changes everything, right? Because you'll become more aware and more conscious being. So I agree, and you're welcome.
I hope that what we're saying to you guys today, if you have some any more questions, we can go ahead and answer them. If you have anything that you guys want from us to talk to you, or anything in particular situations, we would love to hear it from you in our comments, or even to check out our website. We're actually going to be working on that to improve things there. But there is a contact form if you want to contact us. With that being said, but I want to leave you with one thing at the end: be you, be love, and be you. With that, everything's gonna begin to change. Trust the energies, surrender to the energies, and let go of what energy is not working. You see how you're gonna learn to navigate the flow together with the energies. Later on, this can become your lifestyle, and that's how your soul will be happy. Okay. And when you make the decisions from soul, you're not blaming nobody, even your own self. That's where I'm leaving you today, guys. All right. Much love to you guys.
Yeah, good luck with your journeys. And paraphrasing what Dio said, just become friends with energies. You know, it's like that the rest of the people, the other friends will come after that, but you need to be in the right state. You need to start cooperating more with energies without putting any expectations, and just allow it to take you wherever you have to go, and you start from there. So that's my wish for everyone in the upcoming months and year. Looking forward.
Good luck, guys, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.